Hey everyone, it's Bree. I'm back with another scrapbook process video for the Bella Boulevard creative team. And this week we are using Monsters and Friends, and it is their super adorable Halloween line and probably one of my favorites. I look forward to using this collection. It is so fun. There are so many different fun elements to it, like pumpkins and monsters and ghosties and bats and all kinds of great things. So I thought I would try something a little bit different. I wanted to use a lot of the pattern papers. Actually, I take that back. I wanted to use all the pattern papers in the collection. So what I'm doing is I'm taking each one and I'm trimming half-inch strips from each sheet, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to then split each of those strips into 4, and I'm going to fold them to create this little folded paper piece, and then I'm going to create like a wreath with them. So what I'm doing here is I'm just taking each strip. I have them all cut down to about 3 inches, and I'm going to add a little adhesive to the centers or to, closer to one end, and I'm going to fold them over, and that way they can stay and make this fun little messy folded piece. So I do that with all of the pattern papers, and then I to make sure that I have all of the patterns shown. I do 4 one way, and then I do the other 4, since I cut 2 strips, the next, so that each pattern is shown equally. So I have my hearts and ombre paper in black, and I'm using the ombre side, and it's a 12 by 12. And what I did is I traced a circle using one of my score tape sets, and I just did a circle, and all I'm doing is I'm adhering them down along my traced line, and that's all I do. I just go and fill in the whole circle, and then I take whatever's left and I kind of add a second layer underneath that first layer to make my wreath more full. And then I pick up the little papers and I fold them up and I ruffle them, and you can totally add foam tape underneath some of them if you wanted. You could even distress or rough up the edges to make it a little more messy. You could also add stitching to the center of your circle when you're done to add another layer of texture and an element of interest. I did think about adding stitching to it, but I didn't. I thought of it after, and I think it would look really cute if you added even a zigzag stitch around the perimeter, the inside of the circle. So there is my wreath right there. It's super fun. It's super full. I love how it looks. And all I'm doing now is I'm going to map my photo using this polka dot paper from the collection, or photos, and just to give it some interest, and that way it stands and pops on top of that ombre paper. So the photo is of my son and of my 2 dogs, Luna and Pippa. This is before we got Cubby. I believe this was 3 Halloweens ago, and he was a little skeleton and the girls were dinosaurs. So I'm just going to layer those photos on the bottom right, and then I'm going to add my title using the Chow Chip chipboard sticker sheet, and I just chose the phrase "eek" in purple because I thought it just looked cute, and they're cute and it fit in that white space in my photo. So I am going to add some liquid adhesive to reinforce my chipboard, and then I added that really cute monster Bella Pop to the left, and then just to keep going with that, I added another little monster ephemera, and then I added that ghost chipboard sticker at the top right. So that's that is going to be where my embellishment clusters are, and then I'm going to add a little one on the bottom right, kind of closer to the title, just to make sure, to kind of fill in the gaps. I really wanted to add that guy with the balloon, and I probably should have added him first, and that way I could have used him. So since I did want a balloon, I just pulled in a regular balloon ephemera, and I glued that down, and then I am going in with some floral pieces and some candy. And I do add some of these epoxy pumpkins and bats. And what else do I add? I do add some tangled thread in a few areas. I have orange and purple and pink. And then I'm going to add this little monster down at the bottom for a pop of orange. And then just to kind of round out my little clusters there. I've got monsters on the left, a ghost on the right, and I thought one more little guy belonged on the bottom right. But this layout came together so quickly. I am finishing it up with some matte enamel dots, but I love how it turned out. I got a lot of different patterns on my page, and it was fun doing that folding thing, and so I hope I've inspired you to give it a try. It would be fun to create different shapes with those little folded papers. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Yeah, that's it. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.